Hello friends, it's Joelle and welcome to another Eating Like K-pop Stars video. This is basically just a what I eat in a week, but every day is inspired by a different member of a K-pop group. And this week I'm eating like the girl group sensation that is truly taking over the globe, I feel like. And that is obviously NewJeans. Ever since I heard NewJeans' debut album or EP, I was like, this group is it. Whatever like little secret sauce something they have makes them so lovable across the globe. I freaking love them and I'm so excited to eat like them and also share a few facts about them for anyone who's curious about the group. They are absolutely the youngest group I've ever done a video like this for, so there's constantly new information coming out about them, so I apologize if there's new information that makes any facts in this video outdated. So I hope you're as excited as I am to eat, and let's get into it. So the first member I'm eating like this week is Minji. Minji is the oldest of the group and she started training at Music Source when she was just in middle school. NewJeans doesn't necessarily have positions like a lot of other K-pop groups do with designated dancers, rappers, vocalists, or a leader, but I feel like a lot of people see Minji as the leader because she is the oldest and she definitely gives off that older sister energy. But that is also to say that means that every NewJeans member I feel like is super strong in all areas. But for breakfast I am starving. I know Minji is a big bread fan. She's a little bread buddies with honey, and I feel like I saw her say that she likes cream-filled buns, so I got myself a little cream-filled bun. Okay, so for lunch today I am making something scallop based. All of these foods for this video are inspired by NewJeans' little reality show in Busan called NewJeans Code. And NewJeans had a delicious looking seafood feast, so you'll see a lot of different seafood recipes and takes on seafood dishes in this video. The scallops looked so good. They were served on the half shell and I think they were all grilled. Unfortunately, I couldn't get scallops that big and beautiful and fresh looking, so I'm making do with what I could find at H Mart. I'm making a really simple little dashi kelp broth and throwing in some garlic and a jujube, because why not? And I'm just gonna really quickly simmer my scallops and then add some noodles for a very simple soup for lunch. So this is my attempt at like a scallop kalguksu, or no, not really, tangchiguksu, which is like the banquet noodles with scallops in a dashi broth and then veggies that you just kind of put on top, or I'm having it on the side. It's very light and clean and flavorful, which is what I wanted. And of course, we can't forget today's NewJeans fun fact, and that's that NewJeans debuted August 1st, 2022 with their EP NewJeans under Adore Entertainment, which is a subsidiary of HYBE. I believe they are HYBE's second girl group. They debuted in this past year after LE SSERAFIM. I'm looking so crusty. It is now obviously nighttime. I just got back from a workout class. I just wrapped up my day job and I'm ready for some dinner. And when I was watching the Camp NewJeans cooking episode, Minji made sure to get some pork to grill up with her members, making sure the girls are well fed. And for a fun little drink, I decided to recreate the blue lemonade that the girls made for their NewJeans Cafe pop-up, where they're meeting all of their fans and serving them iced Americanos and blue lemonade, because I wanted to have an alternative for fans that didn't drink coffee, which is very cute and considerate, especially given that they're younger girls. They probably have a lot of younger fans that are not on the coffee train yet. They used a mysterious blue syrup with a carbonated drink. I think it was Chilsung cider and just some lemon juice. Looked super simple and also very yummy and very on theme, because I don't know if NewJeans has announced their official colors yet. I haven't seen it online, but obviously a lot of their vibe and album art and color scheme seems to be blue, so it just kind of made sense. Good morning, friends. It is day 2. It is Haven's day. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. She is such a beautiful dancer. I feel like in music videos she looks so like long and lean like a ballerina. I know she also used to do Korean traditional musical storytelling. I believe it's called pansori. We love a girl with some culture. She also is bilingual, can speak English and Korean. A lot of the NewJeans members can speak English or other languages, which is cool and I feel like helps with their international appeal. But I'm starving. I'm looking a little crusty because I just got back from the gym, so I'm gonna make some breakfast. And in NewJeans' reality show, I think it's called New Zips, they did a camping weekend and they had to hunt for items for their breakfast, and Haerin was going after watermelon, so I figured I'd have some watermelon and I'm gonna show you all my favorite way of preparing it. If you've seen any of my other versions of these Eating Like K-pop Stars videos, you know that I always disclaim these are not diet videos. This is not me trying to lose weight. This is not me trying to encourage any kind of restrictive diet. This is really just a way that I spice up my life by not eating the same things every day and being inspired by some of my favorite idols. So one of the other breakfast options that NewJeans had during that morning in their little camp was bagels. And like I said, I just got back from the gym. I wanted something with a little more complex carbs, some protein, so I added some peanut butter. And I know a lot of the NewJeans members love peanut butter, so I'm gonna enjoy this as I begin work for the day. So it is now lunchtime, and at the NewJeans camp, all the girls were cooking together, and I believe it was Heron and Danielle that were making tteokbokki together, and theirs looked so freaking good that I wanted to make some myself. Pretty critical part of their recipe that I saw visually at least was that they smothered theirs in so much mozzarella cheese that I of course had to replicate, just covering my entire pan. While we're also here, I figured I'd share today's NewJeans fact, and that is that NewJeans was cast during the 2019 Hybe Global auditions. They cast in about 16 different cities and had made their decisions by 2020. So the NewJeans members trained from 2020 to 2022 when they debuted, and honestly for a lot of idols that's a very short period of time. However, of course some of the members were also training elsewhere before the auditions took place. Okay, I'm so excited for dinner tonight. I'm making a few things that I've never made before, and they're both inspired by NewJeans' trip to Busan. The girls were having this huge feast of seafood, and Heron was excited about the abalone. It's considered a delicacy. It's definitely pricier than other seafoods, and there's a bunch of ways of preparing it, but I decided to kind of skewer grill mine with a soy sauce glaze. I also know that Heron really likes chewy foods, so in addition to my abalone, which is chewy, I decided to make a rice cake dish that I saw them have on the streets in Busan. It's called murtok, which just translates to water rice cake, but it's the big, thick, chunky rice cakes normally served on skewers and boiled in what I believe is kind of a nice savory dashi broth. And then the idea is that the boiled rice cakes just kind of absorb all of that broth really nicely and get really soft and chewy. Okay, y'all. Today's dinner was a little bit of a struggle to prepare. That's because, let's be real, I have no idea what I'm doing. But we're trying new things. I'm like too tired to plate my food nicely. I just have my two little skewers here. I figured I would try my murtok first. It looks so good whenever I see people eat it, especially Heron. It looked so like pillowy and chewy and delicious when they had it in Busan, so I'm hoping this tastes like that. Wait, I'm actually kind of proud of myself. It definitely absorbed like a lot of the umami, some of the spiciness and the kick from the pepper. I feel like if I boiled it even more, it would just get even deeper absorbed into the rice cake, all that flavor, but it's pretty good. I'm scared for this one. Yeah, I made the scallop so tough that I can't chew it though. I literally can't bite it.
Cook it? Or under?
Maybe. I'm so sad.
It smells good.
Honestly, maybe I'll just like chop this up with a knife and try to eat it, because there's no way I'm wasting this much abalone. It's too expensive of a protein. Good morning and happy Danielle Day. Danielle is Korean Aussie. Her dad's Australian, so when she speaks English, she has the cutest little accent. And beyond being just absurdly talented like all the other girls, I love Danielle's smile. She has one of those smiles that just lights up the room, and it makes her so fun to watch perform when she smiles at her members and just looks like she's having the most amazing time performing. I know she really likes fruits and veggies, and at Camp NewJeans she was having some apples and Greek yogurt, so that's what I'm deciding to have for a very healthy light breakfast. This is a new type of apple that I saw at the grocery store called a Honey's apple. I wanted to try it because I thought it might be Honeycrisp adjacent, and it's super light and crispy and crunchy. It's so good. So Honey's apples, guys, with a Z. They're really good. Also, on top of my Greek yogurt, I just added some cacao nibs and some peanut butter granola, because I know the girls love peanut butter and apples is just an A1 combination if you've never had it. Another big reason why I love Danielle is that she's a very athletic girl, and growing up, I believe she surfed a lot. So she loves surfing, wants to surf with the other members, and I just think that's so cool. It is lunchtime now, and one dish I've been wanting to try for so long because I've been seeing it all over the internet is sotok, which Danielle made when they were camping. It is alternating rice cake and sausage, hence the sotok, because sausage and tok, or rice cake, which is a very cute name, but it's grilled on skewers, and you normally have a like nice gochujang kind of sweet spicy sauce. It looks so yummy, and it's apparently pretty easy to make. They use regular rice cakes, but if you don't have any on hand like me, because I just ate like 3 days of rice cakes in the past 2 days, you can use rice papers. You get them wet and roll them into little cylinders, and then just chop them up to the appropriate lengths to be your rice cakes, and that apparently works. I'm trying this for the first time, and I'm pretty curious about how it'll go, but I'm really excited, and I think it's gonna be delicious. So my camera totally ran out of battery as I was making this, but oh my gosh, this is dangerous. It is sweet, salty, spicy, a little bit of crunch, chewy because of the rice cakes. But of course, we can't have today without a nwjns fact. And today's fact is that 100 days after nwjns' debut on October 29th, 2002, they revealed their fandom name, which is Toki or Bunnies, which is very timely as 2023 is now the year of the rabbit. And they also revealed their super cute minimalist light stick. I gotta go on a little grocery run, but it's dinner time, so I figured while I'm out, I might as well get one of the dishes that I've seen Danielle eat with her members, and that is pork gukbap or nwjns gukbap. And you know how in a lot of idol reality shows or whatever, where Danielle was sadly only allowed to have one bite of the soup, and she just took the most delicious heaping bite of soup. It had all the chives in it, and it's really savory and flavorful. It's kind of a milky broth because pork bones are boiled for a super long time. It's pretty chilly right now, so some soup is definitely what I'm in the mood for. I'm so excited to eat this. We got our noodles, our rice, kimchi, salted shrimp, my scallions, and some gochujang. And of course, we got our chives. So for today, we're eating like sweet honey. She is Vietnamese Australian from Melbourne. There's so many Australians in nwjns, but she speaks 3 languages, which is so impressive. She obviously speaks Korean, Vietnamese, and English. For breakfast, while camping with the other members, she made this really yummy looking bagel sandwich. While getting the bagels out of the fridge, I knocked over espresso that I had cooling in there. It had some avocado, it had some bacon, and looked super satisfying. Okay, it's time for lunch, and another food that Honey, as well as the other members were eating in Busan that looked so freaking good was koma bibimbap or cockle bibimbap, mixed rice. Cockles are really similar to clams. They're smaller, so they have like a really light, refreshing taste. Unfortunately, my H Mart did not have cockles, so I have to use regular old white clams. It's very different from a lot of other bibimbaps I've made before in that it's not just rice with a bunch of veggies, but it's really just the clams or cockles with a marinated sauce of soy sauce, gochujang, and a bunch of other very yummy classic Korean seasonings. So I'm super interested to see how it goes. Okay, this looks so delicious. I'm so excited to eat. The chewiness of the clams is so good. And the marinade that gets all over the rice is so yummy. It's salty, definitely has a little kick from the peppers. So good. And if you're a fan of Honey, you know that she grew up playing the ukulele, and I believe that's how she auditioned for nwjns. She's very musical. And that leads us into our next nwjns fun fact, and that is nwjns is encouraged to participate in the creative musical aspects of the group. So Honey actually helped write on Hype Boy, Danielle wrote on Attention, and Minji wrote on Ditto, which is really cool to see because a lot of K-pop groups don't actually write their own songs. It is much later in the day. You can see the state of my room. It's clearly a laundry day. But I'm super excited for Honey's dinner because this is actually a Honey recipe that she made for herself and her members when they were camping. I love finding K-pop star original recipes. So I'm making this soup that Honey used to make. I believe Honey learned how to make this from her mom. It is a chicken soup, and she started out by boiling chicken with salt. I'm using some chicken thighs because I feel like it's the yummiest part of the chicken. She lets it boil and make a little bit of a stock, and then skims off the fat and any impurities that boil to the top of the water. And then she shredded her chicken, added some veggies, the special seasoning salt that her mom gave her. I don't know what it was, but my mom's special seasoning salt is some dashi powder. So that's what I'm adding to help season the soup. And then she added some enoki mushrooms and glass noodles. It looked super yummy and honestly very clean and healthy also. Soup smells so good. It just makes me want to be cozy and swaddled, and it didn't take that long. It had very few ingredients. Gotta build the perfect bite. I'm so ready to burn my mouth on this. Oh my gosh, it's just so comforting. Honey girl, you really did something. I do think it's sweet that Honey learned to cook a little bit growing up, since I feel like most idols really get very little exposure to the kitchen. So it's cool that Honey can bring a little bit of home with her. Interestingly, of the group as well, apparently the members say that Honey is one of the quickest to learn new dance moves, and she also, I think, is one of Gucci's youngest ambassadors. I need to go take care of my laundry, but for dessert today, I have some patjuk, which is red bean porridge Mine's like a frozen version that I need to thaw out. So the reason that I got this was because at nwjns little camp, this was another breakfast option and Honey had never seen it before. So she thought it was a chocolate porridge. And the other girls obviously explained, no, it's made out of red beans. And Honey tried it, she was a fan. But I thought it was really sweet to see the other girls teaching Honey about an element of Korean culture, since Honey obviously didn't grow up eating this. And I feel like it is a really impressive testament to any idol that's not Korean to come to Korea and have to learn another language, have to learn a different culture to pursue their dreams. And it sounds really scary. I don't know if that's something I could do. So we've made it to our very final day of eating like nwjns, and of course you have to end with our little maknae Han, who is such an incredible performer. At the time that I'm making this video, she, I believe, is 14 years old. And I think that's one thing that people often bring out when talking about Han is her age, because let's be real, most of us remember when we were 14, we were not given like that. She was Louis Vuitton's youngest ever global ambassador. She is so slay in every way. And for breakfast, one of her favorite fruits is strawberries. So I'm gonna have a nice little yogurt bowl, some Greek yogurt with some strawberries, and of course some peanut butter granola because she loves peanut butter. I gotta go to a meeting soon, but a really quick and easy lunch that I saw nwjns enjoy together while they were in Busan was fried rice, a classic, and theirs specifically was made on a skillet with a really crispy bottom. And I've been trying to make my fried rices like that without just like completely burning them. The trick is to use at least 1 day old rice. The older the rice, the better, because it gets a little dried out. And then also I've seen a bunch of people use stone pots, which I cook a decent amount in, but I normally make soups in. But you also use it to serve like dolsot bibimbap, for example, to get that crispy bottom. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna see how it goes. Day, we are having another feast that is part of their Busan seafood adventure, and that is surf clams. It's commonly eaten as sushi or sashimi. I'm having some, I think, pre-boiled ones, and I found a recipe for a really delicious sounding garlic, ginger, soy sauce dipping sauce to enjoy served cold. When Han and the rest of nwjns ate it, they had it wrapped in seaweed with a bunch of other little veggies, some pork belly, and it looked so good. So I thought it'd be fun to end our week of eating like nwjns with something a little more elaborate. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is how nwjns ate it. Of course, we can't end this video without a little dessert, and I'm making some chocolate peanut butter cookies because when nwjns was baking together, a lot of them said that they like peanut butter and they were choosing what ingredients to put in their cookies. A lot of them went for peanut butter and chocolate, so I felt like it was a good way to end our week together. I'm really excited. I haven't had a peanut butter chocolate chip cookie in so long, and it's probably one of my favorite kinds of cookies as well, so I'm very excited to eat. Okay, these cookies turned out a little freaky looking, but I think it's because they're vegan, so let's see if they actually taste any good. I want my rabbit. Oh, I'm gonna break the ear off. Let me just take the ear. nwjns, I feel like, has just completely shaken up the K-pop industry. So many friends of mine are saying that nwjns is the only K-pop group they'll listen to because I feel like they appeal to such a globalized generation of youth in terms of aesthetic, in terms of what their songs are about, and just capturing that sense of youth and innocence, which I feel like is a really key tenet of their brand and probably why they are cast as such young girls. Obviously, eating a cookie, I can't not touch on the little bit of controversy that came with Cookie, one of their debut songs. If you're a K-pop person on the internet, I'm sure you've heard about this. I'm not trying to like start anything or go into a deep discourse about it, but overall a lot of sentiments were concerned about the girls singing such a sexual song at such a young age. I feel like it does bring up an interesting conversation about media, art, and consumption, and who has autonomy over who's making what, because at the end of the day, K-pop, as much as an art form as it is obviously an industry, and we as the consumers have a choice in where we put our attention and where we give our money, and also what we say we value in groups and in performers. This is not to get too into the weeds of things, but it did make me think a lot about like how I can support artists that I really love and enjoy, and hopefully allow them to feel like they have the creative freedom to do what feels authentic without feeling like they have to do something just for viewerships or to give off a certain image. And I hope as K-pop does become more popular and globalized that we continue to think about things like that. Not just with K-pop, but ultimately with any media we consume too. Anyways, didn't mean to go on a whole rant like that, but this concludes my week of eating like nwjns. It was so much fun to make so many foods that the girls have enjoyed together. I hope you enjoy this. I put a lot of time and effort and money into making these videos and getting all the ingredients and trying new dishes. So if there's groups that you would like me to try to eat like in the future, please comment them down below. I do keep a huge document of different suggestions, and I'll try to do a little YouTube poll or Instagram poll to figure out which group I should do next. This has been so much fun and I love nwjns. I'm so excited to keep up with what they do in the future. Love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.